Here's a quick review of some barefoot shoes that I have. Mainly the new ones is the SoftStar shoes, slippers. The ones at the front here, 2025 collection, sole, STD sheep / suede, Motif star, underlay, NUBUCK, Loden, and the thread is light brown. This was on sale for Black Friday. And that's the ones just at the front on there, the star. These were new, my newest of the collection, and I've been doing barefoot shoes for the past probably year and a half now. Starting with the ones over here, those are Ahinsas, if I'm pronouncing it right. And those are slip-on shoes that I use for work outdoors. I also have another pair in black leather that I use for indoors for my other work. So I have some ones for work outdoors and work indoors. And then we have here the Ahinsa's track. These are the sandals. And I've been using these mainly for indoors, but they will be replaced because I will be using them outdoors when the summer comes back, because it is December now. So I'll be switching those and replacing my old sandals with those sandals. These are Gobis, the Chelseas by Vivobarefoot, and they look pretty similar to the Roos. And they are winterized, as you can see from the inside. These are mainly good for the spring and fall, but right now with the really cold weather, and I'm here in Ontario, Western Ontario in Canada, that I need to mainly move over now to the more winterized ones. And these are Ahinsa's winter Sandara boots. And these are much more insulated, as you can see. So these are my main collection. And like I said, we'll take a look through each. We'll start with the Sandara winterized ones. They look very clowny, but I really like them. I call them Santa Claus shoes, Santa Claus boots. And you can see the inside is more insulated on here, and it shows the sizes in that. This fit my toes because my feet shape are more square-like, similar to like a bean-like, and these are more bean-like, so these fit me the best out of all the companies, and that's why I have most of them are these from this company, the Ahinsa. That's the bottom. Most of their shoes have that type of bottom. And then if you were to compare it to the Gobis, the Chelseas, again, you don't have that winterized. It's a little bit, but not as much. They look bigger. They do feel more spacious and bigger, but the shape is much more different. And then the bottom, classic Vivo bottom there with the seam here. Nothing wrong with it. It's good, but it's not good enough for Canadian weather in Southern Ontario. And again, all these, you can take those insoles out if you need to. And then this is the slip-on Ahinsa shoes. We'll show the sizing on the very bottom when you take those insoles out. I take them out in the summertime down there, so you could go without. Again, that classic Ahinsa bottom, very comfortable, very easy to put on and off. That's why I use them for work. And then this is the tracker, the sandal, classic Ahinsa shape, and it has the Vibram sole. So they've partnered up with company that does this type of sole for tracking. So if you're doing hiking, etc., you could do those in these types of sandals. Very comfortable. I've been using them mainly for indoors this fall, but they will become my main summer shoes. And now for the most recent ones purchased that just came in today are the Ahinsas, the SoftStar. So SoftStar is this. Inside looks like this. Sheepskin, very soft. Very light. And these are mainly to be worn as like a slipper, I believe. But you could use them really anywhere. I don't really see too many reviews of this. This is why I'm just putting and posting this up, just so people can have a look. And you can just compare each of those. So this is left, so I'll do left and left. And then seeing the difference between the Ahinsa's ones. These seem look a little bit more pointy, but most of the SoftStar shoes are wide. They're for more of the wider based individuals for feet. So again, that's the comparison to those. And then if we compare it with the Chelsea's, seeing the difference between there. These will be the same because they are the Ahinsas again, same type of thing, but slip-on versus slip-on. I wouldn't like this for indoor use of just loungewear. It's uncomfortable when you're bare feet, versus these are pretty much made for you to be in your barefoot. This really rubs on you. It's fine for work because I'm wearing socks and all. But this is a classic loungewear, very comfortable, very soft. This, again, same type of shape there. Thin. But again, these are pretty nice. I just got them, just trying them, see if I like them, but I'm pretty sure I will be keeping them because I need them, and they'll be replacing them. I'll take these out too because they'll be replaced by the other things. But we can see here, this is a classic Croc. You can see the Croc on there. Slip-on, sports mode, etc. But, you know, maybe a slight little heel lift. It's not too bad, but it's too thick. I can barely feel the ground with these. And because I spend most of my time indoors and my floors are pretty cold, I mean, I could use my toe socks. But I'm not a huge fan of wearing socks in general, which is hence why I got these, just to keep my feet a bit warm. And so these SoftStar will replace those Crocs, because I'm starting to feel like I'm losing a bit of my arch use because of them. And then these are just some classic kind of Roman looking sandals, I call them. The back straps, so these are going to be replaced outdoor wise with the Ahinsas. So then I don't need to use those weird looking ones. But if I heel lift and all. It's just a quick little review and comparison. And also very important that you do take a look, measure your feet. And then that will allow you to know what kind of foot shape you have. So look into that, and then look into the size that you are, because each of these companies will be different sizes. So you want to make sure you fit within the right size, and then you can try them on. If you need to, you can always return them, except for it'll be expensive for those ones because they come from, I believe, the Czech Republic, I think. So it'll be a bit more expensive versus if you were in maybe Europe, for example, it might not be as expensive to return those. Luckily, not an issue. So when I had gotten those, originally those were my, I think, second pair. The Vivos were my very first pair I got. And then those were the second, and then loved those so much, got the third, which was actually the leather one for work indoors. And then I got another pair because I loved those so much, the leather pair, and got these ones for the outdoor. And then I got those, and now these. So again, taking a look at just flexibility of them. You know, they show that on the website, but it's nice to see it in real person or on video. Take a look at these ones. These ones, super flexible, very comfortable. These ones aren't as flexible, I don't think. So you see how it's not as bendy, but they're still pretty good. It makes sense why it would be, because if you're hiking in those, then you want it to be maybe a little bit more durable on rocks. And then these, one last time. See it? I can easily fold this. Easy peasy. So that's really good. Get that version on here. This one's on here. Well, not as much. These ones should be pretty easily to do. Yep. These ones not as much to do. Let's see, a bit more stiffer. Hope that helps for when people take a look. So, again, Softstar, very soft, inside and out, very flexible, very light. And I hope you found that useful.